Hi, and welcome back to O'Fallon Life on Air, O'Fallon's premier podcast talking everything O'Fallon and those things that are going on in the city. So today I am joined with both Kathy Duck and Rachel Page, both from the O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce and Industries. So first off, thank you guys both for being here. I know for the Chamber, this is a very busy time of year, very busy with shopping and retail and all things with the end of the year and new year coming on for businesses. So thank you for taking time to be here. It's great to guys have you both here for the first time. So if you can just explain to us, tell us about the O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce and Industries and what your roles are within that.
Yeah, so thank you for having us. I know that the Chamber's partnership with the city and the work that we all do together is just so amazing and so fun. I'm Kathy. I'm the president and CEO at the O'Fallon Chamber, and the O'Fallon Chamber was established in 1953, actually at the at the Rendezvous Cafe building, which was, I believe, Tom Ginever's house, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yep.
That's where it was established back then. So we're 70 plus years taking care of O'Fallon and local businesses. But in general, a Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit organization that's here to help businesses grow. If you are helping businesses grow, then they're employing people, they're paying really great wages, and those people who are prospering, they're helping their neighbors, their community, et cetera. So that's the role that we play as a chamber and providing services in that.
And I'm Rachel Page. I'm the vice president at the O'Fallon Chamber. I get to plan our 4 annual signature events that the Chamber hosts. So I have a really fun job at the Chamber getting to plan those events. We have a golf classic, which is our annual golf tournament. We have our Firecracker Run, which is our 5K, 10K, 1 mile fun run in O'Fallon during actually Heritage and Freedom Fest on July 4th. We also have our Rail District Festival and then our Shop 636 for the Holidays program.
Which you're here to talk about today. We're heading into the holiday season, or I think we're in it now, right? Black Friday is over. We're all the way knee deep in it. So I really want to dive back into this. Tom Ginever, founding the chamber. I didn't know any of this. I think it's very interesting. Any of our historical interested people listening and watching this episode today. So just real quick. So Rendezvous Cafe. It's located here on Main Street, right near Main and Church.
Yep.
I don't think I realized how old the building was.
Yeah.
Dating back to the 50s at least, and was Tom Ginever's home, as you said. So Tom Ginever obviously has a major thoroughfare named after him here in town, was a staple of the community years ago. And I assume, what was it, do you know, was it just local business owners here in the north part of O'Fallon that... And back then it was O'Fallon, right? There wasn't a north or south or anything. It was this was it, right? Main Street. Were they just gathering in his living room and looking for ways to? Yeah,
I believe so. So we had 3 of his sons, I believe, join us a few years ago for a luncheon to kind of share about it. And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it was in his living room, and it was maybe like 8 to 12 people who formed the O'Fallon Chamber together. And we've got the documents framed and on the wall at the chamber office. It's pretty cool to look at and see that history. But yeah, I mean, Tom Ginever, just as a human being, had such an impact. I mean, there's a lot of people, but such an early impact on the city of O'Fallon and of course the Chamber of Commerce. I think, Rachel, do you remember, like back in 1953, was it $8? Or was it $3 to be a part of the chamber? It was something that was looking at it now is like, oh wow, okay.
Right.
But yeah, it was definitely less than 10.
Yeah, yeah,
which is crazy.
3 or 8, but we know
it was really low. But there were a few business owners, and if I remember correctly, it was also just community leaders that saw this need for an organization that supported businesses here.
Okay. And I guess on a more global spectrum, the Chamber of Commerce is not just unique to O'Fallon. They're all over. Can you speak to what chambers are nationally, right? Are they national?
They are international.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you
absolutely.
explain how that works?
Yeah. So even if you look at chambers, I'm about to nerd out a lot. I'm sorry. But even if you look at chambers internationally, they're slightly different than what you see here in the U.S. So internationally, they do a lot more international trade stuff. So they handle a little bit more import-export documents and stuff. So, but here in the U.S., it's mostly organizations that wanted to build a community of business leaders so that they could support one another, do business with one another, and grow their community. There's everything from a U.S. chamber that does work with on advocacy efforts. They do some international trade, some national economic development, things like that, to state chambers. So there's a Missouri State Chamber who works on advocacy efforts and also supporting businesses in leadership development. And then you get to like local chambers, like the O'Fallon Chamber. Now, we're not necessarily bound by City of O'Fallon boundaries, but we do care deeply about the City of O'Fallon and growing that and having that be prosperous. But we do a little bit more, it's a little bit more intimate in the services that we provide. We have a lot of networking, business education. We can have more of those one-on-one conversations with the businesses to see what they need. So
you talk about as an organization of the chamber, there's a state chamber. Now, do you belong to the state and the state belongs to the national one? Is it kind of that organized or are they all kind of on their own autonomously?
That's a great question. So we belong to the state and we belong to the national one, both of them. I believe the Missouri chamber, right, belongs also to the U.S. chamber. I'm like 99.9% sure.
All right.
Yeah.
It's less than $10. You know, we've determined that much. I like that. So that's great. Now they have a little bit different names depending on where you're at, right? A lot of times it's Chamber of Commerce. Here in O'Fallon, it's Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Yeah.
What makes that distinction?
Another great question. So when we added the and industries part, it was in an effort to really recognize that O'Fallon is an industrial hub out here in St. Charles County. We have a lot of really great manufacturers, distributors, people like that who are large employers, bringing in those outside tax dollars that benefit our community. And we wanted to really raise awareness and recognize them for their investment in the community. So that's where that title came from.
Okay. And then we talked about, you mentioned there's other ones around, right? There's not just geographically here in O'Fallon. Yeah. Just kind of a fun question. How much rivalry is there between the O'Fallon Chamber and let's say, is there a St. Charles Chamber, St. Charles City?
Yes, there is. Yes.
Is there some rivalry there, like fun rivalry of what you guys do, right? You have the Firecracker Run, you have the Rail District. They can't have a rail district, right? Like
we took that name before anyone else did.
So, I mean, there's got to be some, are they trying to do other things to be as good as you?
I will say we have very, like Kathy mentioned with Chambers of Commerce, we have very similar goals of wanting to see businesses grow and thrive. And that's what's really cool about St. Charles County is that we do have these different chambers in the different communities within St. Charles County that are all working to that same goal of wanting businesses to grow and thrive in the community. We do have very healthy relationships with one another and try to work very hand in hand to see that business community grow. I know that with the St. Charles County Regional Chamber, we work together for our legislative efforts this year. And that's something that we're going to be pushing forward in future years as well.
So basically the opposite of what I tried to put out there. There's a rivalry. You're actually working together for the betterment of both the businesses and the community as a whole, the county, I mean, the state, everything. It all goes, nothing happens in a vacuum.
Oh, absolutely.
Success starts here.
And even like different chamber friends we have across the nation, there are oftentimes we'll see, oh, that's a really great program that you have. I think that would work in my community. Tell me more about it.
Right.
And we will share those resources very willingly of like, here's my whole checklist, here's my processes, here's the budget I created for it, things like that. So I would say it is very friendly. We've all gone out for drinks together. We sometimes text each other, that kind of stuff. So rivalry, I don't really I don't think so.
You talk about you don't know a city boundary, right? You don't have that. Now, but what about, do you have to be in a certain geographic setting to be in the O'Fallon one? If you have a Main Street St. Charles business, can they join the O'Fallon Chamber?
We actually do.
Okay, I didn't know that. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so it's honestly, each chamber, like we were just talking about, each one kind of fits different needs, and each one has kind of its own culture. Like you would look at a city, if a business needs something today that's provided by this organization over here, whether it's a chamber or an association or something, then go get what you need from that organization. I think that benefits many businesses that we don't have those boundaries necessarily. But also maybe that Main Street business has a vested interest in seeing O'Fallon develop into a healthy, strong community.
Sure.
And so that's where their investment is good. So they would maybe join the chamber and participate in Rail District Festival or something like that.
And do you have businesses that are involved in multiple?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's not just, hey, I have a business on Highway K, so I must join the O'Fallon and only O'Fallon one. You can go what fits your needs and could be multiple.
Absolutely. Yeah. We encourage that. Like those are conversations we have with people before they join the O'Fallon Chamber. Like, here's the programs we have. Here's how we can help you with your goals. Is this what you need? Because I want to be able to provide something to the businesses. And if they can get that somewhere else and not with us, please do that, because the tide raises all ships.
Right. There you go.
So
you just mentioned one really key word. That's join. So if you're a business, how do you become involved in the chamber?
Yeah. So joining the chamber is it's an annual membership dues, and it's based on the number of employees that you have.
Okay.
So it's for businesses, and then if a business joins, all of their employees are then members and can take advantage of the chamber membership. But there's many programs and resources that we offer, like from signature events to networking opportunities to help them connect, to business education, to even workforce development needs.
All right. Tell us, what is workforce development? How does that work for the chamber and for a business?
Yeah. So probably one of the bigger challenges that businesses are facing right now is just workforce challenges, finding that skilled labor that's ready to come in and work. We as a chamber, because we want to see businesses prosper, we have a vested interest in meeting those needs right now. So helping connect them to people who are currently looking or alternative workforce, and then also preparing the future of workforce. So engaging with our local school districts, who are just phenomenal and are just setting the bar for the entire state with apprenticeship programs. Okay. But engaging with students and showing them, hey, there are many career opportunities available to you. Look at all of these. You don't have to just pick, what mom and dad do, doctor, lawyer, right? You can do more things, and this is what they are. And just building that awareness so they have a good idea of what to choose. So it's things like that. We have actually a full-time dedicated person at the Chamber of Commerce who works on those things, because it is such a need for our businesses and so important to the future of our community. And
some other benefits are networking. I know you guys do, is it monthly luncheons?
Yes.
Different topics, and members are able to get together and help each other with need, fill gaps.
Yeah.
I assume, right? And then what are some other benefits to joining? If we have a business right now that isn't a member and they're hopefully listening to this podcast, how would you sell them on becoming a member?
Yeah. So a huge part of the Chamber of Commerce is building that business community. And sometimes you just need that person or that community of people to be there for you if things are really good or things are really bad. And Chamber of Commerce can be really helpful in that, of building those connections so that you have those people that you can rely on, be there for you. They might have gone through something that you're finding terrible right now, and they might be able to be like, hey, I went through this. This is what I did. It's really not as bad as it may seem right now, or you'll get through it. And then those people there that are wanting to celebrate you as well. You know, some of the successes that you go through as a business, needing people to, you know, clap for you and be there for you.
Because I assume, like anything else, when things are great, everyone's around.
Yes.
And when things aren't going great is when you need that network of friends. And that's what the chamber is there to fill.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And we even have a program called CEO Roundtables. That is for our owners that are part of the chamber. A group that is there for one another, has a small knit community in that roundtable that can just be like, hey, I'm going through this. What do I do?
Right.
Or, hey, I'm trying to fill out this tax document or something, you know, as an example. And they have a group of people that have been there, done that they can rely on with one another.
That's great. So why reinvent the wheel? Get somebody else to help you out with it.
Absolutely. Same thing with like hiring huddle. So hiring managers. But then there's also like member-to-member discounts that they get. The Chamber Healthcare Benefit Plan, which puts all the small businesses together and lowers healthcare premiums. Those are some resources, some marketing opportunities. I mean, but the most important thing is building that community and being cheerleaders and supporters of one another.
So 2 key words there I heard to segue now is marketing and cheerleaders.
Yep.
You guys do a phenomenal job with your social media. So tell us more about where we can find or where a business can find more information on your website, and then where they can follow you on social media. Because I see you guys all the time, either at a ribbon cutting for a local business or looks like now a lot of reels are happening in the office.
Yep.
And no one's really safe in these reels as far as like being the joke of the reel. So.
Yeah, just wait till after this. Did you know you were part of one?
Is this it now? So, but no. So I mean, tell us where we can find you, website, more about social media and that kind of stuff, and then tell us about the ribbon cuttings. We see those a lot online.
Yeah, so we have a website, OFallonChamber.org. We're also on social media. Facebook is our biggest platform that we're on. So that's O'Fallon Chamber and of Commerce and Industries.
The Facebook is just at O'Fallon Chamber.
At O'Fallon Chamber.
Okay.
And then we do have a TikTok at O'Fallon Chamber as well. Like you mentioned, that has some really fun videos. So I highly encourage going to check that one out. And then we're on Instagram as well, at O'Fallon Chamber. But yeah, we really, really enjoy going out in the community, meeting our businesses, really celebrating those that are opening in the St. Charles County area. Through our ribbon cuttings, we go out, we celebrate them, we bring the local city officials with us and just celebrate those that are trying to build the business community.
So right off the bat, from the day you open the doors and cut the ribbon, the chamber is here to help market and get that information out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, these people who are starting a business have put so much time and money into something that they're clearly passionate about. And then they graciously invite us to come celebrate with them. I mean, I'm going to be excited the whole time. And to show them that, hey, we're all here to support you as well because you've done all this work, I think is just kind of a really fun part of the job too.
Sure. It looks like you guys are always having fun. I've never seen a bad day when I'm around the chamber folks. So.
Yeah, the ribbon cuttings are a lot of fun for me too, personally, just because getting to learn about those businesses that come into our community. And, you know, there's so many different types of businesses that I had no idea existed until I go to the ribbon cutting. And it just blows my mind how much work and effort and money these people have put into these businesses in the area. I love going to celebrate them.
Very cool. Again, we're right here in the midst, right in the middle, pretty much of December, right in the middle of the holiday shopping now. What does holiday shopping look like for local businesses in the area for you guys?
So as far as local shopping during the holidays, we have a program that's called Shop 636 for the holidays. It's based after the 636 area code, so the St. Charles County area. And what it is a shop local program that customers can go into businesses, receive raffle tickets. They don't have to purchase anything to receive the raffle tickets. And then businesses can also do additional promotions as well. So those promotions can be anywhere from spend $10 and get 2 extra tickets to buy a car and get an arm's length of tickets. Yeah, so
that's a big spread there.
Yeah.
Buy a car.
Yeah. And we have everywhere from local boutiques to local car dealerships that are part of this program. And we've had a lot of success with Shop 636 for the holidays. Last year, our local businesses gave out over 74,000 tickets.
Okay.
So we're hoping to hit over 100,000 tickets given out this year. I know we have a couple of runners in the community that have created maps of the businesses that are part of the Shop 636 for the holidays program, and they're running miles each day to go collect tickets.
Wow.
Yeah. So the community is excited about it. They're having fun collecting these tickets, and it's going to be really exciting to see who wins this year.
And it's important, right? So, I mean, to shop local. So tell us why it's important, what that does when folks keep their shopping here local to O'Fallon and the surrounding areas.
Yes. Personally, small businesses are just so important to a community because, I mean, they're the backbone of our economy, right? And they provide things like great customer service because those business owners are so passionate about what they do and it's their reputation on the line. So the customer service is going to be great. Plus also they can customize things to what maybe a resident needs. Let's say it's a bike shop and somebody is looking to modify a bike a little bit. Like those customizations are available, or a nutrition shop or whatever. And so small businesses bring a couple of those things. There were some other things that are small businesses bring to the table and why they're so important to a community and why people should shop there.
Yeah. So small businesses also are able to work with one another as well and build that community with one another. So, if we have somebody, an example, that wants to customize a bike and they're wanting to add something to that bike that company can't add, they might be able to reach out to another company, get that entire bike created just here locally, which is something that you might not be able to get if you shopped elsewhere. So that's a really important piece of shopping local as well.
It's great. I mean, the money stays here.
Yes.
It keeps our local economy thriving. It keeps those small family-owned businesses in business throughout the year. And it's a great time of year.
And they have that ripple effect of you shop there, that money goes back to either their employees or they donate it to some type of community organization. And it just kind of keeps those dollars here. Helps our roads, helps our schools, all those kinds of things. So
Shop 636 for the holidays is one of the programs you guys run. Talking about Give Back. The Rail District Festival. We just celebrated how many years? This past September, right?
This was our second year.
Second year.
Mm-hmm.
Started 2024, had the second annual now. We can say second annual. It's gone more than 1 year. Tell us about that and what that incorporates, where it is, and how a business can become involved next year.
Yeah, so the Rail District Festival came to be because we are working on Main Street revitalization in this area. And the Rail District is the Main Street area of O'Fallon. A couple of years ago, the chamber staff, we were sitting down and we were talking about events for the future of what the chamber wanted to see, and the Rail District Festival came to life. It's a super exciting event. We get to partner with the city of O'Fallon, which we really greatly appreciate, and then also the O'Fallon Community Foundation. And it's a way to bring the community to the Rail District. So it's held in Civic Park. And it's a way to celebrate our Main Street and our heritage of this part of the city of O'Fallon. We have everything from food trucks to we had character experiences this year where people got to meet and greet with characters. We have local small businesses that come and put up booths to talk to the community, sell their items. We had Bluebell this past year giving out free ice cream. Another huge staple is the Krekel train comes and does train rides. I know in the first year, Kathy and I were thinking, the train might run a couple times throughout the entire festival. And I will tell you that train ran over and over and over again. We ran out of tickets in the first year. And that was a great problem to have because it meant that train was just going and people were having tons of fun. We try to make it an extremely family-friendly event so that people can come celebrate the Rail District in whatever way they find as fun for them. So something for everyone. It's a free community event. There are some things that you can pay for once you get there, but we try to keep it as cost-effective as possible so that families can come and just enjoy their time together.
So you got Main Street train that runs. I think this year it was Bluey.
Yep.
Bluey was there, right? I mean,
Bluey and Bingo, yep.
I just saw they're going to Disney. Disney was going to have Bluey now. So if Disney can do it, then the Rail District, definitely is going to be a hit with that.
Yeah.
But you got your local vendors, right? Your shops are there. You can shop local there. You got Kids Bounce House at the event. Beer tent for mom and dad. All right here in the historic part of downtown O'Fallon, which has been rebranded the Rail District, and thanks to the Chamber and your hard work, now have a Rail District Festival.
Absolutely.
And the third annual will be in when?
So it'll be September 12th of 2026.
Saturday.
And it's a Saturday. It's always going to be the first Saturday after Labor Day.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So for, again, big time for shopping, big time for retail, big time for anything commerce, especially the O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce and Industries. So I know you guys are busy, so I want to thank you guys both again, Kathy and Rachel, for being here. One of our still first handful of episodes of O'Fallon Life, and definitely if the Chamber isn't part of O'Fallon Life, then I don't know what else is. So you guys are a staple and a good community partner all the way around. So thank you guys for being here. I do sincerely want to say, I think that Tom Genever and those other folks that were in his living room in 1953 would be very proud of what you guys and your staff have done for O'Fallon and how it's grown. So job well done. So
thanks.
Thank you.
all right.
Yeah.
And I want to thank our viewers and the listeners that are here today, tune into O'Fallon Life on Air for joining us for another one, and hope to see you soon. But in between then, however you listen or watch us, make sure you hit like or subscribe so you can get notified the next time we drop a next podcast, O'Fallon Life on Air. Until then, thank you. Now, let's take a look at some of the great events that are coming up in the city of O'Fallon that you won't want to miss. The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, the musical, will be wrapping up this weekend with performances on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, December 12th, 13th, and 14th. See what happens when the worst kids in town decide to join the annual Christmas pageant. Get your tickets for the latest O'Fallon Theater Works production today online at OFallonMo.gov. You don't want to miss this hilarious show, which is fun for all ages. Get your tickets now for the Celebration of Lights going on now through December 30th. This incredible display has been a tradition in O'Fallon for over 3 decades, and it gets better every year. There are tickets available for both the drive-thru option and the special trolley rides. Get more information by going to OFallonMo.gov/COL. The next free senior seminar will be taking place on Wednesday, December 17th at 10 a.m. at the O'Fallon Senior Center. This month's topic will be managing your legacy and assets. Learn how to protect your assets, plan for the future, and navigate important decisions around wills, trusts, and retirement planning. Go to OFallonMo.gov to register for this free program. We hope to see you at some of these events, and also back here for the next episode of O'Fallon Life on Air. Thanks for tuning in.